Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard to pick up a newspaper today or turn on a television set or listen to your radio without hearing about the civil strife and famines across the continent of Africa. But just as often, exciting things are happening there where we don't hear about. In this case, to tell us about what God is doing in one particular country, please welcome to the 700 Club from Cameroon, Africa, Mr. Zacharias Fomum. Mr. Fomum, delighted to have you on the program.
I'm glad to be here.
What is happening in Cameroon today? I mean, how does Cameroon differ from some of the countries that are surrounding it at this point?
We are a blessed country.
Why?
There is peace in our country. There is abundance of food. And there's economic prosperity.
Peace, abundance of food stuffs, and economic prosperity.
And then people are coming to a saving knowledge of the Lord Jesus Christ.
Do you think those first two have anything to do with the second one, or do you think the second one has anything to do with the first three?
Yes. Some years ago, the Lord called us to fast, those of us who had come to a saving knowledge of His glory. So we set aside one day to fast and pray. We began to fast from Tuesday evening until Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. And on Wednesday, we would meet for 1.5 hours in different groups. First of all, in the capital city of Yaoundé, and then later on in other towns of the nation to pray for the nation.
Now, what was happening in the nation of Cameroon before the Lord called you to fast and pray, you and the other members of the group?
In some way, Cameroon has always been blessed. But you see, there's famine all over Africa, in many parts of Africa. And so we saw the need as the Lord called us to intercede. There was also a stable government, but as you see, many countries in Africa are having coup d'etats, overthrows, and the rest. So the Lord called us to this. And there was also a growing scarcity of food. So the Lord called us to pray.
And when you begin to pray and fast once a week, one day a week, once a week, God began to do some marvelous things, and now you're seeing food and abundance and economic prosperity and no coup d'etats and that sort of thing happening in the governments.
Yes, we've had one of the few peaceful political changes in our country. That is when one head of state hands over to another after many years in power on his own initiative and through a peaceful move. This is rare in Africa.
But at the same time, Zacharias, you are waging warfare at a different level there. You are trying to get out literally tons of Christian literature in your country. Why is that so important?
We would like to have a lot of literature in our country. We're not having the quantities we would like, but we're producing tracts and we're writing some books. The thing is that man's deepest problem is not just physical food, important as that is. Man's deepest problem is the need to be reconciled to God through the Lord Jesus Christ. So as we get out the literature is aimed at bringing people into a saving knowledge of the Lord Jesus Christ, without which they are lost. So we are waging a war to bring our nation, the people in our country, to a knowledge of the Lord Jesus Christ so that they may be saved from sin. And when they are saved from sin, they will then be useful citizens, prosperous, they will work for the government, there will be honesty, and then they will see the nation as God wants it to be seen.
As simple as that, ladies and gentlemen, and you can't ask for any better statement. That Zacharias Fomum, thank you very much for being with us on the 700 Club. Pleasure to have you. God bless you. God bless Cameroon. Thank you all for being with us on the 700 Club. That's all the time we have for today's program. So for Pat and Tanee, this is Ben. We'll see you next time on the 700 Club. Goodbye. God bless you.